Your your chapter number 4 is begin right now. That is refraction of light at plane surfaces. Here we have to study how the light will deviate from its path when it travels from one medium to other, and what are the laws that govern it and the some of its application. Okay, so the refraction and the laws of refraction and refractive index is your the first topic 4th A. So what is refraction? Refraction क्या है? In class 8 you know you have from the class 8 you have some idea regarding to refraction, but here I will change your entire concept regarding to refraction. See it. It is a general representation of a wave. It is a general representation of a wave. So from the definition of the wave you know that, from the explanation of the wave you know that the distance between the two crests or two trough is known as wavelength. This is known as wavelength. Suppose that you have one medium. For example, you are walking on the bank of a river. So bank of a river is a muddy medium, clay medium, and when you jump in the water, then there is a water. So this is the another medium. It is just for second example. So this is the separating boundary of two mediums. Here the medium one. When this wave entered into the second medium, what will happen to it? It will simply change its wavelength. See it. Now when the wave travel from one medium to other, it wavelength changes. It wavelength changes. So what is refraction? Let me define in terms of wavelength. When a ray of light travel from one medium to the another, its wavelength changes. Its wavelength changes. Before proceeding further, I am going to ask you a very interesting question. Who are you? Who are you? You will show me some identity card, at minimum Aadhaar card or school identity card, which will mention your name, your father name, your address, your phone number, your school name, etc., etc. Anyway, what is this? This is the identification. So, what is the identification of a wave? Its characteristic property that is called wavelength. तो wavelength is the characteristic property of a wave. तो जब वेव एक मीडियम से दूसरे मीडियम में ट्रेवल करती है तो उसकी कैरेक्टरिस्टिक प्रॉपर्टी चेंज कर जाती है, वेवलेंथ, जिससे हम रिफ्रैक्शन कहते हैं. दिस फिनोमिना is known as refraction. This phenomena is known as refraction. When a ray of light travels from one medium to another, its wavelength changes. This phenomena is refraction. One thing I have to mention here, wavelength is the characteristic property of the wave. Wavelength is a characteristic property of the wave. Right, beta? You have understood. Now come to the another way in which I am going to explain the refraction in a very simple methodology. When a ray of light travel from one medium to the other, it deviates. It deviates from its path. From its path. This phenomena of deviation, from the path is known as refraction. Okay, note it down. I am going to explain with the bigger figure because here space is very short. So pass down the video and notate it all, and after that how I will explain with the diagram this definition of the refraction. Concentrate here. Yeah, how to explain this. Let us consider a line. This is not an ordinary line. In pure language of physics, this line is known as interface. Interface or boundary. Boundary. Okay. Now, here is the medium 1 and here is the medium 2. Let a ray incident on the surface like this. At the point of incident, draw a line perpendicular to the surface. This line is known as angle of incidence. This angle is known as angle of incidence, and this dotted line is known as normal. So you know that the original course of ray should be like that. But here is the two possibility. If in medium 1 the molecules of the medium are further from each other, then it is known as rarer, and if the molecules of the mediums are nearer to each other, then it is known as denser. In the first case, I am assuming that medium 1 is rarer one and medium 2 is denser. So when a ray of light travels from a rarer to denser medium, it will bend towards the normal. So this is angle of refraction and this is angle of deviation. Now come to the another case. Here is again the line. Okay, this is the interface. Let us suppose that this is medium 1, but in this case it is a denser medium, and it is the medium 2, this is the rarer medium. Right? Okay. Now consider a ray incident on it. If we draw a line which is perpendicular to the surface at the point of incident of the ray, and it is proceed in the forward direction, but due to change in the medium it will deviate from its path. So in case of the ray which is traveling from denser to rarer medium, it will bends away from the normal. It is a good criterion for the identification of which ray is rare, which medium is denser and which medium is rarer. If the medium of incidence is rarer, then refracted ray will bend towards the normal, and if the uh, medium of incidence is denser, then refracted ray will deviate away from the normal. Okay, so you can easily find out which is rarer and which is denser. In the third case, suppose this is the separated boundary. If a ray incidence like this, then what will happen? The ray will pass undeviated. Now, medium 1 may be denser, so correspondingly it may be rarer. Yeah, this medium is rarer, then this medium is denser. There is no effect which medium is denser and which medium is rarer. If a ray of light incidents normally on a surface, then it will pass undeflected. Now I am going to erase these things which you already noted down and introduce some technical terms related to the refraction of light. So in this scenario, what is I? This is angle of incidence. What is R? This is angle of refraction. Angle of refraction. And what is delta? Delta is angle of deviation. Angle of deviation. Right? In first case, see it clearly. Vertically opposite angles are equal. Okay, and the third one. So in first case, delta is equal to I minus R. In second case, delta angular deviation is R minus I, and in third case you have to write angle I is equal to 0, angle R is equal to 0, and delta is equal to 0. There is no deviation in the path of the ray if it incidents normally on a refracting surface. Okay, so this is the phenomena of refraction. And what is the cause of refraction? Cause of the refraction. The cause of the refraction, is the wavelength of the light ray, which changes when light ray travel from one medium to the another. Okay, so this is the cause of refraction. Now we will discuss what are the laws which hold the refraction. When refraction happened, the event of refraction happened somewhere, then what are the laws which govern it? So, laws of refraction. Laws of refraction. Number one, the incident ray, comma, the incident ray, comma, normal, and refracted ray all lie in same plane. The incident ray, normal and refracted ray all lie in same plane. This is the first law. And the second one, this is known as Snell's law. Snell's law. What is Snell's law? The ratio of sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction is a constant. Please pause the video and note it down. So I will proceed further. So what is Snell's law? The ratio of sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction is a constant. Pause the video and note it down accordingly and in sequence. The first thing, so according to Snell, sine I upon sine R is equal to constant, right? Okay. Now, this constant is known as refractive index. So below the Snell law, you have to write it down and complete this heading, law of refraction. Note it down, pause the video and note it down. And after that I am going to do the postmortem of this term, refractive index. Let us see what I can provide to you regarding to refractive index. Refractive index. In the short form, this is known as RI. Some book use as a symbol mu and some book also use as a symbol N. Whatever your choice. It may be mu or it may be N. But it have a story here. The story begins. The class of the refractive index is 2. Absolute and relative. We are going to treat them separately. Once a sec, please. What is absolute refractive index and what is relative refractive index? I am going to give you the entire explanation regarding to this. When Ri of a medium is measured with respect to vacuum slash air, then it is called absolute, right? Up. What about relative? When the refractive index of a medium, when the refractive index of a medium, but medium should be except air or vacuum, is measured, is measured with respect to other medium. Here also we will mention other medium except air or vacuum, except air or vacuum. Then it is called relative. Then it is called relative, right? तो जब भी आप किसी एक मीडियम का रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स दूसरे मीडियम के रिस्पेक्ट में मेजर करेंगे तो आप कहेंगे कि वो रिलेटिव है। अभी और क्लियर होगा। देखिए अब इसकी डेफिनेशन, द रेशियो ऑफ velocity of light, the ratio of velocity of light in the vacuum or air to the velocity of light in a medium is called absolute refractive index। इसमें एक बात बिल्कुल साफ कि इंटरफेस के ऊपर जो मीडियम ऑफ इंसिडेंस है वो आपका एयर हो सकता है या वैक्यूम हो सकता है, और दूसरी तरफ कुछ भी हो सकता है एक्सेप्ट एयर एंड वैक्यूम। तो ऑब्वियस सी बात है, इससे रेयर मीडियम आप जानते नहीं, तो इस केस में रे हमेशा इधर झुकेगी आर, यहाँ पर इसकी वेलोसिटी c और यहाँ इसकी वेलोसिटी v मानी जाए तो रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स का एक फार्मूला आएगा म्यू इज इक्वल टू c अपॉन v। This is the identification of absolute refractive index when you taken the refractive index of any medium with respect to the air or vacuum, then it is known as absolute refractive index. Now come to the relative refractive index. It is my own way to express the simplicity. And it is not mandatory that whatever I am going to explain, it should be correlated or copied from your textbook. My motto is that to explain the physics in such a manner that it should be simple and lucid and understandable. My dear students, in case of relative refractive index, the definition is the ratio of velocity of light in the medium of incidence to the velocity of light in the medium of refraction is called relative refractive index. The ratio of velocity of light in the medium of incidence to the velocity of light in the medium of refraction is called relative refractive index. Please be careful. In this case, it is not mandatory which medium is medium of incident and which medium is medium of refraction. But when we are measuring the relative refractive index, we have to take into account both of these two mediums should not be air or vacuum. If there is a one medium is air or vacuum, then it will become into the absolute category, not in relative one. Okay, now here we are going to consider the two different aspects. Suppose that a ray of light, travel like this. This is I, okay, and from the previous discussion you know that if ray bends towards the normal, then what will be happen? Medium first is rarer and medium second is denser. In this case, suppose that this is the velocity v1 and this is the velocity v2. I take it into the bracket. So c and v is the velocity, v1 and v2 is the velocity, right beta? Another case, suppose that the ray incidence like this and it diverted like this. This is I and this is R. So this is the medium 1, this is denser and this is rarer. So this is velocity v1 and this is velocity v2. तो relative refractive index की definition क्या बनी? What will be the definition of relative refractive index? This is refractive index of medium of refraction. First time I am going to write like this, and here incidence. The medium which is written here is the medium of incidence. It may be denser or rarer, and here the medium of refraction. Then velocity of the light in the medium of incidence, here it is v1, and velocity of light in the medium of refraction, here it is v2. v1 upon v2, and same is the case. Now what we will write here as denser, will write as denser first, mu, and this is rarer, but the formula is same. What is the formula of relative refractive index? The ratio of the velocity of light in the medium of incidence to the medium of refraction. That's all, Your Honor. This is the complete explanation of refraction. Light. Note it down. I will explain some further important concept. I already explained all this thing related to the chapter first day. One more thing I would like to explain in my own language. Please note it down. Pause the video and note it down. Now consider some examples. Let mu w is equal to 4 by 3 and c is equal to 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Find the velocity of light in water. If there is nothing is mentioned, then you will simply assume it absolute refractive index. What you will assume? absolute refractive index, unless otherwise here something will be mentioned. I will show you some example, don't worry. So according to the definition, we know that absolute refractive index is the ratio of the velocity of light in vacuum to the velocity of light in medium. We have to calculate V water in this case. So V water is equal to C upon mu W. C is 3 into 10 to the power 8 and mu W is 4 by 3. This is 9 by 4 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, and this is 2.25 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Okay, young man. Now another interesting question. Diamond, हीरा, सबकी पसंद है हीरा. चलिए साहब, given mu diamond is 2.42 and C is equal to 3 into 10 की power 8 meter per second. Find the velocity of light in diamond. हीरे में इसकी वेलोसिटी निकालिए है, डायमंड. So again we will use this formula because this is the absolute refractive index and this is the velocity of light. So mu diamond की value, mu diamond is equal to C upon V. It implied that mu diamond is 2.42, 3 into 10 to the power 8 whole divided by V diamond. So what is the value of V diamond? This is 3 upon 2.42 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Rest is difference, your honor. Right? Okay. Please note it down. Now let me explain in another example here. छोटी सी जगह में कर देते हैं इसको. तीसरा example भी कर देते हैं. Example, given that C is equal to 3 into 10 to the power 8 and Vg is equal to Vg is equal to 1.5 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Find mu g. अब कोई g कोई मीडियम है, ग्लास होता है यूजुअली, तो म्यू जी का फार्मूला क्या हो जाएगी? C अपॉन वी जी. C की जगह 3 इंटू 10 की पावर 8, इसकी जगह पर 1.5 इंटू 10 की पावर 8. दिस इज 2. दिस इज द थर्ड वन. ओके, प्लीज नोट इट डाउन. Pause the video and note it down. Now come to the another concept. If somewhere it is written 1 mu 2, what do you mean by it? It means refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1. A very simple formula. What is the simple formula? V incidence upon V refraction. Here it is V1 upon V2. Okay, if somewhere it is written as 2 mu 1, that is refractive index of medium 1 with respect to medium 2. So we will not change this formula. V incidence upon V refraction. V incidence upon V refraction. But here we will write V2 upon V1. What we will write? V2 upon V1. Okay. One more thing I would like to explain here, gentlemen, in the terms of wavelength of light. Hey. Let me explain some another aspect of refractive index. Let A mu G, refractive index of glass with respect to air. Refractive index of glass with respect to air. The formula is C upon Vg. Okay. And refractive index of water with respect to air. So refractive index of water with respect to air, C upon Vw. If you want to calculate W mu G, that is refractive index of glass with respect to water, then A mu G upon A mu W, that is C upon Vg and C upon Vw. C upon Vw. C to C cancel out. This is Vw upon Vg. On the same line of discussion, if you want to write G mu W, then the refractive index of water with respect to glass, and this is A mu W upon A mu G. This is C upon Vw and C upon Vg. So this is Vg upon Vw. Note it down please, and I hope you all understand what is the refractive index. Please note it down by pausing the video, and I am going to proceed further. So my dear children, relationship between the wavelength in the two medium, it is a very important aspect. Relationship between the wavelengths in two medium. ठीक. Consider a wave having wavelength lambda 1 and speed v1 in medium 1, and lambda 2 and v2 are the wavelength and speed of the medium in other speed of wave. यहाँ पे लाइट है, स्पीड ऑफ वेव इन अदर मीडियम. ठीक, स्पीड ऑफ वेव इन अदर मीडियम. देखो बच्चों, एक फार्मूला है, साउंड वेव में आपको 9th क्लास में पढ़ाया जाता है. वेव वेलोसिटी इज इक्वल टू फ्रीक्वेंसी into wavelength. in the first medium. V1 is equal to F into lambda 1. Remember always F is frequency and frequency is the characteristic property of the source. It does not change in the refraction. F does not change as it is the characteristic property of the source. Okay, again V2 F upon lambda. वाह भाई वाह, V1 upon V2 यानी refractive index of medium 2 with respect to 1 and you will get the formula. So lambda 2 यानी मीडियम इन अदर मीडियम, अगर किसी मीडियम में वेवलेंथ गिवन है और दूसरे मीडियम का रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स मालूम है पहले मीडियम के रिस्पेक्ट में, तो यूज दिस फार्मूला एंड फाइंड आउट लैम्डा 2 इज इक्वल टू लैम्डा 1 अपॉन 1 म्यू 2। इसे भी याद रखिए और सुनिए, एफ से काट कर यहाँ एक फार्मूला और बना, v1 अपॉन v2 is equal to lambda 1 upon lambda 2. Must remember these two formula, right? Some factors which affected the refractive index means if they changes then refractive index changes. So note it down. I am going to explain the further concepts. Okay, what are the factors? Factors affecting the refractive index. Factors affected the refractive index of a medium. Refractive index of a medium. Factors affecting the refractive index of a medium. First, nature of the medium. Nature of the medium. Lesser the light, lesser the speed of light. Lesser the speed of the light in the medium, denser will be the medium and more will be the refractive index. ठीक है? Lesser is the speed of the light in the medium in compared to air, in compared to the speed of light in air. Lesser the speed of light in the medium in compared to the speed of light in air, more is the value of refractive index. ये पहला फैक्टर है जिस पर डिपेंड करता है. दिस इज द फर्स्ट फैक्टर. द फिजिकल कंडीशन लाइक टेम्परेचर. Physical condition. If the temperature of the medium increases, more and more particle will get the more kinetic energy, and if the kinetic energy, they will be in the more and more random motion. Hence, what will happen? The density will decreases. तो लिखिए, when the temperature of the medium increases. The density decreases and hence भाई डेंसिटी डिक्रीज करने का मतलब पार्टिकल दूर दूर होते जा रहे हैं एंड हेंस अब लाइट को चलने के लिए ज्यादा जगह मिलेगी, तो ज्यादा जगह मिलेगी इसका मतलब रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स कम है। जैसे हवा का रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स सबसे कम है, क्यों कम है भाई? क्यों? क्योंकि वहां वेलोसिटी फास्टेस्ट होती है, 1 सेकंड में 3 लाख किलोमीटर। तो जैसे जैसे मीडियम के पार्टिकल कम होते जाएंगे, ऑप्टिकल डेंसिटी कम होती जाएगी, वैसे वैसे ज्यादा लाइट को चलने की जगह मिलेगी। तो लाइट को चलने की जगह ज्यादा मिलने का मतलब ही यही है कि मीडियम का रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स कम है एंड हेंस density decreases and hence when the temperature of the medium increases the density decreases and hence refractive index decreases, refractive index decreases। चलिए, अब बात निकली है तो बात दूर तक जाएगी। है तीसरी बात, द कलर और वेवलेंथ ऑफ लाइट। किस पर? द कलर और वेवलेंथ ऑफ लाइट। वेवलेंथ ऑफ द लाइट। बेटा एक थे काउचे, उनका था एक लॉ, अकॉर्डिंग टू काउचेज लॉ। According to Cauchy's law, refractive index mu is equal to a plus b by lambda square, where a and b are constant and lambda is wavelength। ठीक, लैम्डा इज वेवलेंथ। ये यही याद कर लो, प्रिज्म के केस में फिर से दोबारा आएगा, वहां सिर्फ काउचे का लॉ का नाम लूंगा, पूरा नहीं बताऊंगा क्योंकि कि यहां बता रहा हूं। ठीक, तो एज लैम्डा रेड इज ग्रेटर देन लैम्डा वायलेट, तो अब देखो ये उल्टा रिलेशन है। सो म्यू वायलेट is greater is less than lambda red is greater than lambda violet। अब इसका उल्टा हो जाएगा, तो म्यू वायलेट इज ग्रेटर देन म्यू रेड, वेयर वी स्टैंड फॉर वायलेट कलर एंड आर स्टैंड फॉर रेड कलर। तो कलर पर डिपेंड करती है। विबग्यार का केस आगे आएगा, हम आपको बताएंगे। ठीक, अच्छा, एक्सपेरिमेंटल वेरिफिकेशन ऑफ लॉ ऑफ रिफ्रैक्शन, डिटर्मिनेशन ऑफ रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स ऑफ ग्लास। इसके लिए अगर बाय वन गेट वन फ्री कर दिया जाए तो ज्यादा अच्छा रहेगा। फिलहाल प्रिंसिपल ऑफ रिवर्सिबिलिटी ऑफ रे पढ़ लेते हैं। चलिए, आज के लिए इतना ही काफी है। इसके बाद अब हम अगला टॉपिक अगले वीडियो में करेंगे।